Hello and good evening. It is 12th of July 2024 और आज फिर आ गया है फ्राइडे। और जैसा कि हम हर फ्राइडे को करते हैं एक वीकली राउंड अप, जिसमें हमें ये समझ में आ जाता है कि आने वाला वीक कैसा जाने वाला है। As I believe last time AK had suggested that we might see some corrections, but short नहीं करना है मार्केट में। और ये हमें पूरे वीक में देखने को मिल गया, करेक्शन भी देखने को मिल गए और नए लाइफ हाइज भी दिख गए। तो आगे कैसे क्या जाने वाला है, अपना वीकली डोज लेते हैं। हमारे एक फ्यूचर टेलर जो हैं, जो अभी तक पास्ट 12 वीक से प्रेसाइज जा रहे हैं, उनसे और समझते हैं कि आगे आने वाले टाइम में एग्जैक्टली क्या होने वाला है एंड हाउ वाज द वीक गॉन बाय। सो लेट मी ब्रिंग हिम इन। Hi Ankit, good evening.
Hi,
How are you?
hello. Good evening, good evening. I'm very good. How are you?
You have to be good. The way you are, predicting Nifty is moving accordingly, I'm pretty sure that you have to be good. So, how
Yeah.
are the things? How was the week like?
Well, exciting week, I would say. Not in terms of volumes in the market, but overall, जैसा expected था that it is kind of a follow through from last week. If you
Right.
say, uh, if you remember last week when we were speaking, I told you that 5 दिन में से पिछले 6 ट्रेडिंग सेशन में से 5 ट्रेडिंग सेशन every day we have touched a new life high, if you remember that,
Right.
and we broke that streak only on last Friday. That was the only day that we did not touch life high. So that itself, you know kind of indicated momentary weakness in the market. So which is why if you remember, I also said that there can be corrections in the coming week, क्योंकि वो
Right.
एक फैक्टर मेरे को लग रहा था कि थोड़ा कूल ऑफ आ सकता है, एंड वही हुआ. इनफैक्ट इफ यू सी दिस वीक्स मूवमेंट, talking about levels, we opened at 24,342 approximately, and then around Wednesday we touched the weekly low, and even Thursday was a little subdued movement only, but still 24,173 weekly low, which is higher than the previous week's low, which is considerably higher than 24,000 mark. And then today we are back. Today on Friday we are back. It's like a inversion of last week's Nifty chart.
Right.
Friday we are back. We are touching almost 24,600, 586 to be precise, and psychologically 24,502, 500 के ऊपर बंद हुआ है week. So again, so having said that, interesting things about this movement. I As you know that I track Wix and Nifty side by side. So like I've been saying that the markets have to get comfortable at these levels. उसके बाद तेजी की बात करेंगे, मतलब उससे पहले कोई सेंस नहीं है. Closing this week above 24,500, we are 2 weeks into comfortably trading above 24,000 mark, जो एक बहुत बड़ा
Right.
psychological barrier है. So when we were crossing 24,000, it took a couple of attempts, but once we crossed it, इस week से पहले वाले week we crossed it. I think it was a Thursday or something we crossed, and the next day we did a gap up and we closed at high. तो इन इफेक्ट आप समझिए 5 about 12 trading sessions we have spent between 24,000 and 24,600,
Right.
and we have been in this range, but we have the closest to getting back under 24,000 we have got is 24,143, which is still
Right.
150 points above 24,000 mark.
24,000. Right.
So I feel that in terms of comfort level, 24,000 is now a comfortable kind of position, where most traders are also now, of the opinion that 24,000 will work. Secondly,
Okay.
another thing that is interesting is if you see this week's Wix chart versus Nifty, Wix has shunted between a 13.6 to 14.8 and back to 13.8. So VIX has been on its peak when Nifty has hit the lowest level of the week. ये change है because few weeks back VIX was going very high when Nifty was at higher levels. So this itself shows the confidence that has returned into the market at high levels. So, and plus, of course, corporate results have started. We had TCS yesterday.
Right.
Another positive thing I feel, if you see the TCS results after 2 or 3 quarters, they have actually met the estimates. They
Hmm.
have met the estimates. Their sales were up 5.6%, 62,000 odd crores, and profit was up 9%, 12,000 plus crores, which was meeting all expectations, and their headcount was also up by 5,000 plus odd. So that has kind of set the tone for the entire IT sector. If you see the stock prices also today itself, TCS was up 6.6%, Wipro 5%, Infosys 3.6%.
Mid
Something
cap
that we
IT was also showing quite amazing
correct,
movements.
correct.
Yeah.
Something that we have not seen for let's say a few months now. That इतना बड़ा increase IT में नहीं देखा है तो एक वो चीज एक that is something that has changed. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and of course then there are these regulatory sanctions, if I may say, that are coming up वो options में, because clearly SEBI and now even Supreme Court has warned about the इनफैक्ट हमने लास्ट वीक भी इस बारे में बात की थी थोड़ी डिटेल्स में, that
Right.
we will see some stringent measures coming in to curb the kind of extraordinarily high volumes that option markets is seeing. So yeah, so उसके बारे में भी news है, but वो सब, all that being said and done, I feel that is something that you will be able to tell me better about how it's going to impact and
So in this, there was the announcement which came out on 10th that NSC has taken out some odd 1010 scripts from that margin category. So we were earlier having like around 1730 scripts. So it's a very detailed report. And for that, the subscribers of our channel, the viewers of our channel can go and check out the list. So every week these days, every late evening, we come out with such kind of news and details, and we discuss about it. So for that, I would request, because it's a long story and weekly roundup will take up time. So
of course,
they can go and check the video.
yeah,
But you tell me, like the tone has been set. Are we heading into a new high, a new IT driven market, or how will the new week pan out?
See, Rajat, one more point that I missed out on stressing. You see, last weekly roundup, I told you that globally things are positive.
Right.
I even mentioned levels of MSCI Asia Pacific Index, China, Taiwan. Everybody is doing pretty good right now, and it's not just the Asia Pacific. If you see uh, uh, this week's highlight was also the fact that S&P 500 hit life high in
Hmm.
US, and now they're it's trading at about $5,600 odd dollars, and they are also predicting now that it will hit $6,000.
Right.
So globally the markets are pulling up, and we know that it's kind of established that if economically and statistically, and right now we are at the sweetest spot
Hmm.
across the world. So if they are growing, there is no doubt that we will grow, or probably grow at a faster pace. So So that is another thing that is adding to the belief that positivity is here to stay, bullishness is here
Right.
to stay. Yeah. Now coming back to the coming week. Okay, again, coming week seems to be very exciting in terms of data points that we have to focus on.
Okay.
Like I said, corporate results ये एक मेन है अब. It will start trickling down. 2 or 3 biggies will give every day. So over the week you might have the biggies from banking, the biggies from autos and all that. In fact मैंने last वीडियो में बोला था कि the sales figures that have come up with auto, it is not looking like they're going to post great results. So I will, you know, watch with bated breath. What are they coming up with really? If my logic is actually standing correct or not, I will be keen on watching that. But yeah, but a couple of banks, big banks, when they come out with the result, we'll have a fairer picture of these high beta stocks and you know जो जो एक्चुअली निफ्टी के मूवमेंट करते हैं. सो आई फील द नेक्स्ट वीक विल बी वॉलेटाइल, but I have stressed enough on bullishness, the undercurrent, the market trends, the all technicals being bullish. So undercurrent will remain bullish. I am bullish. I feel markets will remain on the upside only, and the movement it has shown today, अगर वीकेंड पे कुछ बड़ा नहीं हुआ खराब, तो मंडे गैप अप तो लग ही रहा है. We might see fresh high also gap up करके, and it might settle down, but that's a different story. It will be volatile. Another thing that is that we are keenly looking at as the build up to budget, because budget may or may not be a game changer event. The build up to budget is always there. There is always a pre-budget rally or post-budget rally, or vice versa, correction vice versa. So again, that build up is what we are looking at, and the corporate results. These are a lot of data points that are coming in, lot of news flow that is coming in. So in that light, I would assume that volatility might increase. Traders need to be very cautious, and because my underlying current is extremely positive, I reiterate, do not go short in this market. This market is not for shorting.
I am pretty sure the bulls on the street would really love to listen to your statement. Do not go short. And you have been constantly telling us that you have to be cautious if you're making decent amount of money, book profits, re-enter into the market as and when you get the opportunity. The market is all healthy and in a good situation that if you are getting a good bet, you can re-enter. So it's happy to get this statement back again. It is giving us a decent amount of reassurance that we don't have to go short. We just have to look for good bargain deals if the market gives a slightest correction. We have to stay long and also need to have a very keen watch towards the corporate earnings and the events which are coming in the week ahead. So
Yes.
I believe we have got our dose of the weekly guidance, and it was amazing talking to you, and as always getting the appropriate. Now I am confident enough saying this appropriate because we have a record of odd 12 weeks in our hand to prove it that the guidance you're giving us is been going right all the time. So we are happy that we are not correcting as of now, and hopefully when we see you next week, we will again be sitting on a new high, or at least we might hit a new high in the week, and then
In the
we'll
week.
discuss it. Right. So
Sure.
it was
Thank
amazing
you.
talking to you,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for sparing time, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.
Right. Same to you. Yeah. Bye.